What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Manbitesfilm, episode 109.
That's right, 109.
Yay, 109.
Joining me are the three amigos. First, and in no specific order, Lewis.
Hey.
Dank.
Dankest of the dank.
Hello, everybody.
I'm going to just one day I'm going to call you Dank. One other day I'm going to call you William. It's just whatever I'm feeling that day.
Hey,
and of course,
I'm married and divorced. I've been called worse.
and of course, last but not least, our very special guest, as always, Zach.
I'm very special.
You
It's
are
you,
very
Zach.
special. It's you, Zach. So, what's up with you guys? How's your week been? Anything new going on in your lives? Anything exciting that you've watched?
Well, first and foremost, I want to
Besides COVID?
Besides,
right? We just watched it go by, but
I've seen a lot of my bedroom, and
first off and foremost, and very important, I would say movie news. Congratulations, Zach, on winning the best original story in New York's Movie Awards for your movie Prosperity Creek.
Thank you so much.
You let us know today, or I think it was today or yesterday, but
Yeah, it was this morning.
so very much congratulations on that big
Thank you.
goals, because
Hell yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing, dude. Zach,
Thank you so much.
you and
guys.
your modesty. Come on, man.
when are we seeing your movie on a big screen?
So we've got what COVID struck. We didn't get to shoot our
Gotcha.
Climax.
Okay.
So
Are you directing?
yeah, I
Nice.
wrote it and I directed it.
Nice.
And so instead I filled it in with storyboards and an explanation, Richard Donner cut style. And I've been submitting this quarantine cut to places, but as soon as it's safe to film an ending, we will, and then it'll be ready for realsies.
I feel like everything that's not, because I know a bunch of movies started production up, but I'm assuming they're filming in other countries where COVID is starting to come down instead of go
Right.
up, like in America.
Yes.
So
Lucky us.
Yeah, lucky us. So hopefully people aren't so stupid. Put on a mask and don't be a dumbass.
Oh, there's a funny thing that
Don't be a dumbass. Put on a mask.
There's a fun thing that I just saw online. It was Bill Mitchell. It says, I put on a mask and I literally, within seconds, I'm struggling to breathe. And then this woman responded, Chelsea, what a way to announce to the world that you've never had a woman sit on your face. I fucking love that. Loved it. That shit was just brilliance right there.
I don't get people. I don't mean to go on a tangent, but I go to work and I wear a mask for 5-6 hours. It's uncomfortable, but you get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
People,
I fucking hate it. I
hate it too.
I have really hard difficulty breathing with the mask, but you suck it up. You're doing something for your own health.
Or if you're wearing glasses or something and it fogs up like crazy. But again, if it helps the people around you, if it helps you, if it helps a stranger you pass, whatever.
Exactly. It's dude, we're part of a society, meaning if you're part of a society, that means you got to follow the rules of the society. And this is one of the rules that we're doing for everybody's health. Come on now. Come on, guys.
You're not special. Come on.
Yeah, my favorite is, before we get off the COVID talk, is when people put the mask right beneath their nose, so it looks like the dick is just hanging out. Like it's if you put your pants on and you didn't put your dick inside your pants. That's what
you get a lot of those in Miami. A lot of people just with their dick hanging out.
Dude, you have no idea, man. For instance, this was special. I'm not gonna say where I work, of course, but I was at work.
McDonald's. Say you work at McDonald's.
I work in a very small room.
In McDonald's.
Yeah. In McDonald's.
The play place.
Yeah, and my boss, two of my bosses are in
Branden, get out of the play
again.
place. Get your break's over.
Stop playing with your balls.
Okay. So, like I was telling Lewis off air, I work in a room by myself and I still don't take my mask off whatsoever.
Yeah.
Whatsoever, right? So
Respect.
I thank you. So I go into my boss's office and him and my other boss are in there. neither of them are wearing masks, and then they have the audacity to be like, hey, you got, like, your other coworker can't be in the same room with you. You guys can't be that close. And in my head, I'm like, you're sitting less than 4 feet apart without a mask on your face. So yeah, that's how dumb people are.
It's like watching the politicians talk on the TV, and you're like, you guys are like 2 inches apart from each other, and you're not wearing masks.
Yes, exactly.
And you're telling the public wear masks. It's like, what? Did you not see something wrong with it? When you
finally see someone come up with a mask and talk about it, and you're just like, thank you.
Yeah, or right? No, my favorite's like when someone comes up to you and they pull down their mask to speak to you, and I'm like, I can hear you with the mask.
Or they duck under the little protective glass.
Yeah.
But anyways, anything new and exciting that you guys have watched, maybe that you guys want to...
Halloween trailer. Oh,
let it burn.
Good God.
What? Whoa. What?
Halloween Kills trailer came out today, man.
Yeah.
Teaser.
The teaser.
I spend the day at my mom's. Like, I try not to be on my phone when I'm at my mom's because I'm 40 years old, but my mom still judges me. So I stay off my phone.
I feel that. Yeah.
Wouldn't she still judge you if you were on the phone?
I mean, yeah, but I give her less stuff to get judged at.
It's Italian. Know? Come on.
Like my mom, I love my mom, but my mom and you guys are like, well, 2 or 3 of you are Latinos, so you get this. Yeah. Where it's like you walk in and the first thing she says, like, "Hey, you put on weight. By the way, I made 16 different plates." And then if you don't eat everything from those plates, you don't like mom's cooking. And if you do, like, you want more. And then as she's giving you more, she keeps telling you, you need to lose weight. It's like, Mom, come on.
My mother, she's Italian lady, New Yorker, and you can't leave her apartment without getting tons of food.
Oh, that's basically the second. Yeah, that's quote unquote Hispanic enough. You know our pain when it comes to
like straight up. She opened a brand new Boston cream pie, and there was about 3/4 left, and she almost sent me home with the entirety of the cake. I'm like, Mom, this cake's gonna go flying the moment I hit the brakes.
So yeah, Dank William. There was a teaser trailer, and basically they pushed the movie back an entire year. I'm assuming because of COVID and all that. Shit. So.
Which I respect. Again, be like Michael Myers, wear a mask.
Just don't break into people's houses and kill them, you know. Let's kind of shy away from that part of it, at least.
let's make it clear we don't endorse that on the show.
I haven't watched it yet, but I think that the official trailer for Umbrella Academy Season 2 actually dropped.
Yes,
today.
It did.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, it did.
I'm working confused inside, to be honest, but I
like that show.
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes, the first like 2 or 3, and I was really digging it.
Yeah,
like there's so much going on that you just need to like literally try and like keep it all together.
I know. I saw that you posted that you maybe want to cosplay as what's his name?
Hazel.
There you go.
I mean, he's short, he's fat, he's kind of balding, he's got a beard. And I'm like, hey, look, it's me. All I gotta do is buy a blue suit and a mask. Look, if I can get this for under $100, fuck yeah.
So, anything else you guys want to bring up before we go into the first actual segment of the show?
Birds aren't real.
Birds?
Birds. They're government surveillance.
You're talking about the thing in Walmart? The Attack of the Crows? Dude, oh my god, that was going through all like the what do you call it, Lord of the Rings post. It's like, oh look, Sauron is sending his spies.
Yep,
to all the idiots in Walmart.
That reminds me of so you guys know that Kanye West is going to be running
Jesus
for
Christ,
president, right? Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Do not vote for Kanye.
God help us all.
It's just a ploy for them to get away from like. Get less. Yeah, just don't vote for him,
dude. He was like talking like basically he's like, if you get any kind of vaccination, it's like you're letting the government put a chip in you, and I'm like, Kanye, God. What, dude? What happened to Kanye in the last 10 years? That guy's lost his fucking.
I'm just going with like,
we're watching a truly mentally ill person just spiral, and it's really heartbreaking because he was so brilliant.
Yes,
but come on, let's be honest. The government is surveilling us.
No, yeah.
Would you really put it past them to put chips inside of vaccination.
Can we not go down this? You know what? Fuck it.
I'm just going with the whole we want Melania Trump as first lady or something. You want Kim Kardashian as first lady? Please.
Oh, God.
No. On that note, welcome to our first segment, everybody. This is where Zach brings us one Steven Spielberg movie every single week until we finish it. And of course, it's called Spielbinge. So, Zach, I know we said it last week, but what is the movie that you are bringing for us today?
Jurassic Park.
Oh,
yes. God damn, it sounds like I'm walking into a funeral. What the fuck was that?
So, okay.
I thought I was tone deaf. Holy fuck.
They just re-released Jurassic Park during the Rona, right?
Yes. Recent box office topper, Jurassic Park.
That's mind blowing to me. How much did it earn? How much?
I don't know.
That's right, because they released it in the drive-in theater.
Drive-ins. And so last week, Jurassic Park was number 1 and Jaws was number 2.
Oh my god, dude! So I googled Jurassic Park, and of course, mind you, these websites don't mean anything. But on Rotten Tomatoes, Jurassic Park has a 91%, which I think is justifiable. I would put it even higher than that.
Hell yeah!
On Metacritic, it has a 68.
What?
Get the fuck out of here!
That's like audience score, right?
Metacritic it's both. So
yeah,
it's I think it's here users. So Metascore, which is like critics, is a 68. Oh, because there's not that many. There's 15 positive, 14 mixed, and 1 negative. Please, I need to see this negative review.
It sounds like you're writing off COVID numbers.
Okay, well, so the first line of this person's review, which he gave it a 25, says perfectly passable kitty escapism.
What the hell?
Did you watch the wrong Jurassic Park?
Yeah, you sure we're not talking about World here?
Even World's not that bad. Jurassic Park 3, that's the shit one.
I hate Jurassic World with a passion.
What's the one, Hey Alan, where the fucking raptors talk?
That's 3.
That movie's so bad. But okay,
that movie's enjoyable. Come on.
Really not.
Did you guys see the Honest trailer link that I showed you?
I have not yet. I have not.
It's
the one from today, right? The Indiana Jones series.
Yeah, I think I said it today. Yes, I did.
It just came out this morning, I believe.
Yeah. For those that don't know, go on YouTube and look up Indiana Jones Honest trailers. They did it for the entire trilogy. It's hysterical. It's great.
And they left out your favorite one.
They did, because they even say it. They're like, nope, not doing that. I'm like, yes.
So going back to
the Metascore, I love this review. The results make poor old King Kong look like something from a Macy's Day Thanksgiving parade, such as progress. Huh?
Wow.
That's for Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Dude, are people like, bro, for 93, that shit looks good.
Dude, that thing looks awesome.
Incredible.
Are you kidding?
That shit looks really good. So they
for those of you who have not seen it,
yeah, go ahead.
Jurassic Park is one of the biggest blockbusters of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It tells the story of a experimental theme park where they have using DNA found in fossilized mosquitoes, they were able to clone and recreate live dinosaurs, and they've started their beta testing, essentially a theme park where everybody can come and look at them like a zoo. And it's about the scientists who come in to kind of check it out and see if this is a good idea, which of course it is not. Spoilers, but bringing back the dinosaurs is not a good idea.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
And it's a fantastic movie.
I just, every time I think of like how bad of an idea it is when what's the chick's name? Ellie, right?
Yeah, Ellie.
Ellie, where she goes back to turn on the power.
Dude,
and the hunter dude is like, "Yo, the velociraptors are here. You're like, you need to move." And then he's like, he himself is being hunted, and he's a clever girl, and then he fucking gets mauled by the.
But that's kind of a little plot hole because he's the one that discussed that's how they what do you call it, that they hunt, and they're very what do you call it, interesting the way they hunt. So he's already analyzed how they hunt. How the fuck does he not know that there's gonna be an attack from the side?
I don't know, man. Maybe in the moment, like, you know, you're not really thinking of that. You're just trying to survive. I don't
So
know.
There's a really funny thing on IMDb called The Parent's Guide. And
yes.
This is fucking brilliant. It breaks down basically if any parent wants to show this kid to their this movie to their kids and stuff like that, what you have to watch out for. And one of the things that they bring up in sex and nudity is always a hilarious one. Ian Malcolm makes a reference to lifting up the dinosaur skirts. Close-up shots of Ellie Sattler's butt in shorts most of the time. Some very mild sexual references and flirting between characters. A computer...
No reference of sexy Goldblum?
Oh, no. They don't even say anything about Goldblum.
Wait, like shirtless Goldblum on the back of the Jeep?
Yeah.
They don't say anything about
Nothing.
That's the instance of sexuality in this movie.
I think it's mostly because most of these are like uptight, what do you call it, moms. And they're like, you know, I'm okay with Jeff Goldblum, but if it has a woman in it, no, I don't want it. You know,
nothing against the women, but like Jeff Goldblum looks a little steamy when he's shirtless in there. You know, it's
yeah, I feel you.
And then he's like with that laughter, ha ha thing, and I'm just like, yes. No, but everything. I love this movie. So, wasn't it the highest grossing movie until Titanic?
Yes,
I believe it was. Yes.
Yeah. Everything, bro. Don't believe any of those reviews. The special effects for 93 are insanely good.
Astonishing.
Yeah.
Because it's this mix of practical effects of animatronics and puppetry and cutting edge CG all blended together. And so you can tell that they're interacting with something. You can see the actors touch what they're it's so good.
Yeah, like the sequence when the T-Rex breaks out.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Dude, no,
the
part that gets me every fucking time is the part right at the beginning when they're driving in the Jeeps and they see the Brontosaurus for the first time, and you see that, you hear that swell.
Oh, and then he takes his glasses off and he's like, what the fuck?
Dude, I get a tear.
Again, another iconic John Williams score.
Yes.
On point. Oh my god, on point. That sequence always makes me, like, it brings a tear to my eye, just the epicness of
beautiful.
You know, I weirdly enough, one of my probably my favorite, if not one of my favorite scenes in the movie is at the end when they're leaving the island and the T-Rex roars and then the banner comes down.
Yep. Yeah.
And what does the banner say on it? It's like welcome to their world.
Park?
It's something with their world or some shit. Banner Jurassic Park. You guys can talk while I do this. Oh, here we go. It is shit. When dinosaurs ruled the earth.
Yeah.
And it's just him roaring. I'm just like, yes. But yeah, the score it's iconic.
And the sound mixing in this is one of those movies that it's made or broken by the sound editing on it. And
they won an Oscar for that.
Yeah, exactly. With good reason. Because let me tell you, that sequence with the cup where the water vibrates out because of the T-Rex walking, holy fuck. That sequence was amazing, dude.
See, this is what I don't get. Like, one of those, like, I guess, continuation errors. You hear him from so far, and you see the water shake. So he's a big dude, you know? Like, he ain't exactly like, you know, a skinny little dinosaur. But then at the end, when they're all getting attacked by the velociraptors, he's like, peekaboo, I'm here. And it's like, where the fuck did you come from?
Oh, yeah. That sequence when he grabs the raptor and, like, tosses it.
The raptor out of midair. It's like, there was never any indication
boy.
kind of like hiding back there and that he showed up.
Yeah, of course. Hey, at the end of the day, it's an adventure action movie. Like, there's gonna be its little nitpicks here and there. It is what it is, you know.
What I love is, for its time, it used all the information that we had in 93, was it?
Yeah, 93.
About
Yeah.
cloning.
93. It used all the information that we had about what Jurassic life was like, what prehistoric creatures would look like, how they would have operated and everything. It used real science to help explain its thing. So it's fun, but it's smart, which I really appreciate. It's very good science fiction.
What do any of you guys know what the sound is that they use for the T-Rex's roar?
I think that's your mom.
Wow! Wow!
Sorry, I broke the show.
That was too good. That was a good one. No, for real.
I think it was like a mix between a lion and there was an aquatic animal in there. I forgot what it was. I remember reading about it, but
when you brought up like sound design, like that's like one of the sounds that has always stuck with me is that roar.
Yeah.
So, according to the book, The Making of Jurassic Park, An Adventure 65 Million Years in the Making, the T-Rex roar from the film was a combination of a baby elephant's squeal, an alligator's gurgling, and a tiger's snarl.
Okay, it was a tiger, my bad.
Its breath was the sound of air escaping a whale's blowhole.
Yeah.
So yeah, your mom. At least the last one.
No, my favorite is the raptors. They sound like they're choking. They're like, they do that weird ass fucking thing.
Like that gagging sound.
Now, my one thing, and this is an interesting comparison that I'm going to make here, but just go with me for a second. When the first time I just saw It's a Wonderful Life this past winter for the first time.
Okay.
And I had not, I'd only like known it through the communal public consciousness. And so I was surprised to see that it had an actual antagonist. It like we think of it as this like man versus self, man like kind of story, but it does have a real antagonist turning the gears to make sure that the plot moves. And Jurassic Park is another one where we all think it's about like man was not meant to meddle. We all think it's man versus nature, but there is an antagonist. Wayne Knight is the bad guy.
And
Dachshund is the bad guy.
Glorious. Nidri. Oh my god.
So I don't know. I do wish that what we project onto it was more present. That's like my only criticism, is that I wish that it was more about the folly of man than the selfishness of man.
I just love that scene. Say the magic word.
I mean, it is great. It's really fun.
And Samuel Jackson's just like, please.
Samuel Jackson.
Oh,
and then he gets
I hate this hacker shit.
Yeah, I hate this hacker shit. And then my favorite is just how absurd it is when she starts hacking at the end of the movie to open up like the door.
Oh yes,
and it's
cutting edge computers.
Yeah, and it's just like these like super primitive ass computers from '93. Just like holy shit.
Hey, Linux was cutting edge back then, dude. Come on now.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they were running like DOS or some shit or fucking.
No, it was Linux, right?
It was Linux.
Yeah, it was Linux.
God knows.
Yeah.
But honestly, I love Jurassic Park.
There's so much iconicness that came out of this. One-liners, scenes. I mean, god damn, how many scenes are in our zeitgeist now because of this? I mean, this is top 3 tier for Spielberg for sure.
Okay, yeah,
top 3 for me.
And it's again the dinosaurs. They look so good.
Oh,
they really do.
Such good chompy boys.
Did he build actual like life size like the T-Rex? Did he build like
half of it?
Half of
it?
Yeah,
half of it.
Okay.
Yeah, because again, Spielberg and animatronics don't mix well, and he knew
Very
that.
true.
Yeah. Yes. So, but he built on what he learned from Jaws.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this,
he only built half of it, and it wasn't fully mechanical. It was mostly puppeteering.
Yeah.
So
have you seen the guys in, I guess it's the Velociraptor suits?
Dude.
I have not.
Behind the scenes pictures. Yeah, it's really interesting how they controlled it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there were dudes in there.
Yeah, it's puppeteering mostly because it wasn't full on animatronic. It was like puppeteering and stuff like that. And dude, it was even the what do you call it? T-Rex. That sequence where it's in the water, you only see half of it for that reason, because of the rain that they were putting on there. They couldn't show the full thing.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, again, though, going back to my point, this is a smart movie. I did say that I despise Jurassic World, and that's why. This movie did have real science. This movie did use all the information that was available to it, and it actually had something to say. And then Jurassic World just does all of it, but cranked up to 11 and just, like, base level dumb, and it just makes my brain bleed.
Well, is it smart because it's actually based on a novel, and Jurassic World is not?
Is just that's fair.
Yeah, maybe since they Jurassic World is completely like new material that's not based on anything. They're like, we're just gonna go fucking crazy with this movie.
Pretty much.
So, because I think
Michael Crichton is Crichton, however you pronounce it.
I think it's Crichton. Yeah,
he is just a phenomenal writer, though. Like his books, like
he wrote this one and Lost World, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
He also wrote, Westworld. He actually did write Jurassic World. He wrote the script for it. He also wrote, what the hell was it?
He wrote the script for Jurassic World?
Yeah.
I thought that was, Contravero wrote it.
No, apparently he did. Oh, Sphere. Oh my god, that is a glorious book. Have you ever read or seen the movie Sphere?
I've actually never read anything John Crichton or what? Not John Crichton. What Michael Crichton. Sorry.
You're talking about the one with
Farscape.
Hoffman, right?
Yeah, you know what's funny? I literally just searched John Crichton for whatever reason that came into my head, and I'm like, that's a Farscape character. Michael Crichton, my bad. I've never read any.
Yeah, no, it's just based on characters by Michael Crichton. Jurassic World was written by
he's dead.
1 million people.
I did not know.
Oh, was
Michael
it?
Crichton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he wrote.
So that further explains it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, based on characters. Okay, got it.
So, okay, I give Jurassic Park a 9.5, 10.
Oh, this is a 10 out of 10 for me.
It's a banger. Yeah, fuck it. I'll give you the coveted 10. Let's go.
I'll stick with you on this. I'm with you on that, right?
William, you've been quiet all this time. What the hell?
I give it about a 9.5.
Yeah.
It's definitely like very up there, like you guys said. It's definitely like it stood the test of time as far as CGI goes, because there's movie that have been made since then, which we now go back and we're like, did they run out of money making this movie? Like, what the
Yep.
Also the fact that thanks to this movie, I cosplay Hammond, which I absolutely love, and it's always a good people enjoy it at cons.
Yeah, because that's a good pull.
And it makes people smile. Especially when I have my little blow-up dinosaur with me and we are playing. We don't play the regular soundtrack. We play the kazoo soundtrack because we don't want to get sued. But yeah, the movie itself is great. It even though they weren't as great, it spawned a whole trilogy. And we won't talk about the remakes, but
hey, I like the trilogy. I like the third one for what it is. It's campy fun.
Alan.
Yes. But like the third one feels like it's something that would fit more with Jurassic World than Jurassic Park.
Well, there's a reason that we're only talking about the two that Spielberg did.
Yeah, exactly.
That is true.
Yeah,
true.
That is very true.
Yeah, but yeah, Billy and the Clonosaurus, man, love it.
So this movie gets the coveted 10 out of 10. What is the movie for next week?
Big barrel of laughs coming at you. It is Schindler's List.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be a real fun one. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'll shine my boots.
I am preparing my soul for this journey. I know this. I've never seen it before. I know it is going to absolutely destroy me, and I'm looking forward to it because I have heard a beautiful film.
You've never seen it before?
I've never seen it before.
Oh.
So again, I'm going to be emotionally destroyed this time next week.
Wow.
Okay.
Also, if you want to look into it, Zach, again, I keep promoting the channel. I'm not sponsored by it, but I'll send you the link. The YouTube channel that I've been following, Biopics, also has has an episode on Schindler, and so it covers both pre-movie and what happens after the movie because it's like his entire life. So if you want
I'll want to check that out. Thank you.
Dig deeper into it, by all means.
Yeah, if you're not satisfied enough with a 3-hour-long movie.
Yes.
All right. On that note, as always, thank you, Zach.
Thank you guys. This is fun.
Awesome. And stay tuned, of course, next week for Spill Binge. And after this quick break, we're going to come at you with the main segment of our show, the main review, which I totally blanked on. Oh, the black hole. Thank you. There we go.
Wow.
For good reason. What were we talking about? Jurassic Park 3?
Wait, what do you mean Jurassic Park 3? What?
Just comparing it to being as bad as Jurassic Park 3.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. Jurassic Park 3 is a masterpiece compared to this one. Anyways, stay tuned.
Wow.
Welcome to an exploration of sight and mind, a travel through the world of films and the artists that bring you these masterpieces. Do you love films, directors, actors, cinematographers, editors, composers, or any of the hundreds of artists that bring you these feats of art? I am Luislacau, your host into the world of films, your guide to Man Bites Retro.
All right, guys, welcome back for the main segment of our show, the main review. This is a pick from a while ago that we just decided to finally do since we took that break, and that is William's pick, The Black Hole, which is streaming on Disney+.
What the fuck?
I didn't know this movie existed.
What the fuck?
So I'm gonna be quite honest with you. My catalog of like live action Disney movies from like the 80s and below is kind of really like non-existent. So I've never heard of The Black Hole and some other films.
I remember watching this as a kid, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I completely forgot about it until William brought it up again. It's like a recast of fucking Love Boat in space.
What?
It's everybody from the fucking Love Boat in space. The script is as good as Love Boat. So it's not that far.
Can we talk about what is it? Okay, I had no problem with anybody else's acting except Anthony Perkins.
Dude, all of them. All of their acting was...
No. Some people were definitely better than others, but, like, what is it with Anthony Perkins, like, acting? Like, my man just seems like just this rigid rock and has no emotion. And you just... Mind you, he's coming from the 60s, and I don't know how long his acting career was, and maybe acting back then was different than it was in 79. But, man, every time that guy was on screen, I'm like, dude, do you have any emotion? Hello? Are you there? Jesus.
I watched this with Naomi, and we started playing a game where, like, that's what she said game, because after every other line, it was a perfect implant that you could just put in there.
So, okay.
It's glorious. So if you're going to watch this, or if you haven't watched it already, sit down and watch it with somebody that has a sense of humor, and see how many times you could plug in "that's what she said" in the conversations, because there's a lot of them, and it's just fucking hilarious and fun.
Yeah. Look, my thing with The Black Hole is the beginning is boring as fuck.
There's a 3-minute opening sequence that I thought my TV broke.
Dude,
I was like, what the
same.
hell's going on?
I was like, yo, what's going on? I hear music, and then whatever the fuck the music was. And then I'm like, wait, I fast forward and I'm like, oh no, it's not my TV. I guess it's just 3 minutes of darkness.
But there's no point to it. There is none whatsoever for the story. Like,
it's immersing you in darkness.
No, it's
Shut
not.
up. Okay, so it's really my opinion was, it was, like I said, it was really boring at the beginning. It was just like talking. I was a bit confused. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? There's like no, they don't introduce the characters that well, in my opinion. And then it got interesting when they got to the ship.
Yeah, and
I'm like, okay, this is starting to build up. And then it just goes. And then I lost it when I saw the Cheeto.
What? Oh.
I love how William had a second there. He's like, what? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Which, honestly, for 79, that sequence when the Cheetos coming at the screen and they're running on the catwalk, that's pretty cool.
No,
that's
it was not.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I just don't understand why they. You know what I think really harmed that scene? It's not the practical effects. I think it's the color.
Yeah, the color was completely fucked all over the place. All over the place. There were scenes I was like, what the hell is that? They just grabbed like the scene from Fantasia and they kind of implanted it in the middle. That's what the wormhole was. It looked like something out of Fantasia from fucking 30 years before.
No, look, I'm fine with the practical effects. It is what it is. It's fine. And even the CGI, some of it, I personally did not think that the black hole looked that bad. It really didn't, in my opinion. My absolute favorite scene in the movie, which I found was just hysterical, and I did not see a point to it whatsoever, was the part when Vincent goes with Bob into the lounge of the other robots. And I'm like, what is this shit? They have a lounge for robots? Also, why do they have eyes? Like, why do the robots have eyes? Like Vincent and Bob, you know what I'm talking about?
To make them look more like, why the hell did R2D? Sorry, why the hell did 3CPO have eyes?
Yeah, but okay. C-3PO had eyes, but it was done in a way that you're like, okay, I could see that on a fucking robot. This is literally like as if they pasted googly eyes on a fucking like cheapy robot. It's like, why? Like look, you could easily look at R2. There's no semblance of an eye except that. That one light that he has on his head. Yeah. This guy literally had eyes painted on his head. He's a fucking robot. He doesn't need eyes.
5 minutes laughing hysterically because that character in the film is what tries to make it quote unquote deep. And I was like, oh my God, this thing, it's I can't take it serious. It looks like fucking TikTok from Return to Oz, and it's spouting out like these fucking colossal things of Shakespearean plays. And it's like, huh? No, you have no credibility whatsoever with that face on there. Like,
also, I just have problems with how some of the characters act. Like, mind you, I don't remember this character's name whatsoever. The older gentleman.
Yeah.
Like that whole sequence when he runs out with whatever that other guy's name is, and he's like, "Oh, my leg's broken," and then he like goes back into the ship to like escape. I'm like, this guy's been nice the entire movie. Like, why the fuck is he acting like such an asshole now? I don't get this shit. It's so out of character.
There's a lot of moments like this, and I just.
But yeah, it was cool. Like when they got to the ship and they like, you're like, oh, what's going on? Like, why is there only one person left alive on the ship? And then it just kind of like, it's really cheesy.
Extremely cheesy.
And then they try to go like through this like pseudo fucking like 2001 A Space Odyssey at the end. Yep. When they go into the black hole. And it's like, why?
It was like a weird amalgamation between 2001 and Star Wars.
So I watched a documentary on YouTube. There's a channel called Good Bad Flicks, and they usually do about 45 minutes to like an hour long episodes, and they literally go very much in depth about movies. I didn't even realize that they covered the black hole, and because they usually do like big blockbusters. So basically this was a clusterfuck of Pandora's box being opened underneath a full moon on Friday the 13th kind of project. They were not able to get any of the actors that they originally wanted. So basically everybody that's in the movie was at least second choice.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
They definitely went over budget by quite a bit. Disney was trying to answer back to Star Wars because they'd seen how big Star Wars had made it. And they knew that there was another Star Wars movie coming out, so they were trying to beat Lucas to do it by trying to be like, hey, look, we have a movie in space as well. And originally they were going to try and make sequels out of it, which obviously never happened. I like the soundtrack. The soundtrack was actually, especially where it picks up. I will admit
the theme of the movie, the whole like, it's just like, why? It's just like
not that part. It's more like the victorious part where where kind of like Bob throws himself at Vincent, kind of like, and you feel like you hear the music in the background. And like if you think about it, it's kind of like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea in space. You know, that's pretty much like the comparison that they make, because again, you have like this mad captain with like a crew that will obey him, and they are stranded, and they obviously end up escaping, and the captain dies with the ship and everything. But
I couldn't get over the fact that the captain looks like Dr. Zaius. I really couldn't get over it.
Also, two more things I wanted to bring up. What's the big robot's name? The red one, the
Maximilian.
One? Maximilian. He looks like something out of Battlestar Galactica. A. B. Why was the chick? Why does she have telekinesis? Not telekinesis. She was telepathic.
Telepathic. Conveniently telepathic.
Yeah, like why?
Couldn't read the guy's mind.
Fucking dumb, dude.
It was really funny. We were watching with the kids, and the youngest, the middle kid is actually named Max, and every time they said Maximilian, he turned around and he looked around, and it was the most priceless face that he was making. It was so adorable, dude. It was hilarious.
It's like, stop calling me.
I have to say, when I watched it as a kid for the first time, the part where they realize what's going on with all these humanoids, the ones that had like the silver mask or visors, and he pulls the mask off and you see the face in there, that scared the shit out of me as a kid. It was like, oh my God. But if you think about it, that also has very much connotation of Star Wars, because then I know it came in Empire where Luke fights Vader in the cave, and then he sees himself in Vader's eyes, which I kind of was like, oh yeah, that's kind of like Star Wars. But I mean, did Lucas see this and been like, oh, that would make for a great scene? We don't know. But
I think it's just there's plot holes with that. Like, okay, there was a mutiny, but literally there's no one else on that ship except whatever the captain's name is. I forgot his fucking name. So you're telling me that this captain literally killed everybody or brainwashed everybody? Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, look at the White House. Why are people still working there? But
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure if there's a mutiny, that means that like a lot of the people are either the entire crew or most of the crew is trying to do an uprising, right? Yeah. But you're telling me that this one man who looks scrawny as shit was able to beat everybody?
No, because he had Maximilian.
That's true. Maximilian just killed everybody.
And you saw what he did to the one guy that, like, you don't see it on screen, obviously, because they had to cut it out because it was very not Disney, but like where he has, I don't know what you call it, like the revolving hand that comes out of nowhere and goes right through the book and right through the guy. God knows what other, he could shoot lasers. God knows what other things he had possibly able to do. But, I mean, who knows? And yes, I mean, there's definitely a lot of plot holes, and you're right. And I don't think that Disney was trying to look at it as, I think that Disney tried to take itself way too seriously with this movie. I think that they had to try and done it more as maybe like a comedy kind of thing, or with a little bit more humor. They may have come out a little bit better. Would it have still spawned another movie? We don't know. But I think that they literally tried to be like, oh, Lucas was able to do this. Let's see what we can do. And it just completely and utterly backfired.
Yeah.
It's kind of like them trying to do a Harry Potter thing, and they failed too. But that's coming up in the next segment. Previews of coming attractions.
Yeah, it's again.
I give
the
it a
movie-
2 out of 10.
God damn.
Rip.
Rip. Okay, see,
I mean,
see, you know,
so this is, if you enjoy schlock movies and stuff like that, you'll enjoy this because you could actually make fun of it. You could talk about it. You could like do things with a group of people and watch it, and it's fun. But this, as a movie, just you watching it personally, this is not a good movie. I cannot recommend this.
See, Lewis, the way you talked about this movie today, I could definitely see you giving it a 2. But other days that you've talked like about movies, I'm like, that's not a 2. But today, I think your rating is good. It's just where it needs to be. I give this movie shit. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Shit? I mean, I wouldn't give it that bad, but
I'm gonna give it a 4. I just didn't like it. I had a lot of problems with it. I don't know. It's really cheesy, but not in a good way. And yeah, it's just there's too many plot holes. A lot of things that I'm just like, this doesn't make sense or stupid. Bandit, shut up. Sorry, my dog's whimpering. Yeah, and characters just pissed me off. I very much enjoyed when Maximilian sticks his propeller thing into Anthony Perkins, and he's just like, ah, and then dies. I said,
just plug in. That's what she said, and you'll have a great time as much as you can.
So, William, round us out. What are you giving the black hole?
I give it like a 4.
Hey, the same thing as us, as me. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like I enjoyed it as a kid because, again, I didn't look at it as critically as I do as an adult.
Yes,
it definitely stayed with me because, like I said, like there's certain scenes that as a kid, definitely I was like, holy crap. I did like the 2 little robots. I thought they were cute. Again, I think that they would have given them a little bit more humor and, you know, kind of like the color commentary. It would have done a little bit better. But overall, like, if you want to see something something's a little different, and, you know, like I said, if you want to see 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea in space, watch The Black Hole. Simple as that.
Okay, I can see that. All right. Stay tuned to this quick break when we come at you never live with the final segment of our show, the individual reviews.
As the songs of awakening rang through, the world was created. The silence was broken.
Middle-earth, with its rolling hills, broken mountains, flowing rivers, and beautiful forest, was created.
Cellar Door is a journey into the mythology, the mystery, and the beauty of Middle-earth. Sit back.
Close your eyes.
And imagine.
All right, guys, welcome back for the final segment of our show, the individual reviews. Lewis is going to be going first.
Yes. So this week I actually got a pick that Naomi made me watch, and I was very hesitant about watching this movie because it's about 2.5 hours long, and I was kind of like, do I really want to commit 2.5 hours to watch a movie right now when I'm so limited on time? And
you committed your life to Naomi, so what the hell is a 2.5 hour movie?
The what?
Yeah,
I said you committed your life to Naomi, so a 2.5 hour movie should be nothing.
True.
So, yes, exactly. But this is a fucking banger of a movie. I'm going to start off with my rating just so you understand how much of a banger of a movie this is.
Have you said the name?
This is 9.5 out of 10 for me. And it is written and directed by Aaron Sorkin. It is called Molly's Game. And this is the true life story of Molly Bloom, an Olympic class skier that also started running basically like a high poker stakes game and became known as one of the basically one of the biggest high end poker dealers, I guess you could call it, or clubs, or whatever you want to call it. But holy fuck, this movie was fantastic. It stars Jessica Chastain, Idris Elba, Kevin Costner's in it, Michael Cera's in it. I mean, it is a very strong movie. And if you don't know who Aaron Sorkin is, what the fuck are you doing? This man has written a shitload of fucking movies that are just completely phenomenal. Starting with A Few Good Men. He went on to write the American President, West Wing. He wrote all the episodes of that. He was the creator of that show. He also did The Social Networking, and one of my personal favorite shows, The Newsroom, with Jeff Daniels.
Yes,
that's the kind of writing and directing that you're going to be expecting when you're watching this movie. It has some of the quickest dialogue. Those 2.5 hours long went like it felt like an hour and 20-minute long movie. It was super fast, and it keeps you intrigued from beginning to end, and it follows the path of Molly being basically taken by the FBI, and basically she's trying to prove her that she isn't a bad person, and it's introspective on people's lives. It's entertaining because it has like this kind of moral dilemma that she gets entangled in, and it's drama done well. And this movie needs a lot more acclaim than it's been receiving, honestly. It is a fucking banger of a movie, and I definitely recommend it to anybody out there. It's currently streaming on Netflix, and it is
Netflix.
Yes, it's well worth a watch. Honestly, it is fucking great. I don't know if either one of you have seen it.
I hadn't even heard of it until you brought it up.
Yeah, I heard of it, but I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna put it on my list. I know right now there's an Anne Frank documentary that came out, which I definitely is going to be next watch for me. But I'll definitely put this along with the other documentary that you guys told me about earlier today. That I must watch. So
yeah,
definitely.
I'll watch it with the girlfriend because I think that she'll enjoy it as well.
Oh, she will. This is a good one to watch with the girlfriend. This is one that you could watch with anybody, honestly, and they will. It doesn't have high sexuality, I guess you could say. It's more about contextual sexuality in it, and it's done where you could actually show it to the whole family, even like your parents type of thing, if you wanted to. If you want to sit down with the parents and watch something, this is something that they will enjoy too.
So before you go, William, I'm going to take a gander at what you're reviewing.
Okay.
All right.
Is it Hamilton?
Oh, God damn it.
No.
Okay.
Fuck. Okay. You can go on now. Carry on. I just asked because you're obsessed with it. Everybody and their fucking mother is obsessed with Hamilton.
I don't get the obsession.
I don't either. Yeah. So that's why I thought you were going to be reviewing Hamilton, because I know you almost stayed up till 3 a.m. to watch it.
Oh God, no. I woke up early the next day, and then I waited for 3 hours because the girlfriend was like, "It'll be there when I wake up." And, and I'm like,
coming from the woman that loves musicals, and she was like,
not only does she love musicals, she loves Lin-Manuel Miranda. Like, she loves everything that he's done, everything that he's touched, everything that he's produced. She absolutely loves it. So I thought this may actually have her wake up. Like, I wasn't expecting her to stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning. That was never on the books. But be like, I'm up at 8. Let's go to Hamilton. No, she woke up she was ready at 10 o'clock. Meanwhile, all my friends were on Facebook crying, going, "Oh my God, it's so good." I'm like, shut up. I haven't seen it yet. So I'll review Hamilton in the coming episodes, so stay tuned for that.
So what I don't understand about Hamilton is had people seen this already and then we're just watching it again on Disney Plus, or I'm assuming, right?
So yes and no. Hamilton, because it is one of the hottest Broadway musicals that there are right now, It's not cheap. When I say it's not cheap, I'm saying people spend $200 for nosebleed section.
God.
Just to give you an idea, like it is one of the hottest tickets. It'll stay a hot item. It's got a national tour now. It's done also because not always, but there's times where Lin-Manuel would announce that for when something big happens, for a portion of the time, for a limited time, a portion of the money will go to a charity of some sort. When the hurricane hit Puerto Rico, he did that, and he took up the mantle because he did Hamilton himself, obviously, but now he's passed on the mantle. But he actually relearned his role to perform a limited number of them in Puerto Rico and raise like a crap ton of money to then just donate right back to the island.
Interesting.
He also donated to the Caribbean island that Hamilton is from, so as to Hamilton never
Puerto Rican, isn't he?
Home. No, he's from.
He's Puerto Rican.
Who's Puerto Rican?
No, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yes, is Puerto Rican.
But I'm talking about he gave back from the island where Hamilton was from.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Hamilton never made it back to his homeland as he had wanted to, so he kind of gave back in a way that Hamilton was able to give back in a way. But we'll talk about this when I cover it, because and maybe you will.
So what do you give Hamilton?
What do you give Hamilton?
Well, I mean, Hamilton was a 10. It was just great. And honestly, Lewis, if you give it the same chance that you gave Cabaret, you may actually truly enjoy it, especially because
I tried watching it. I got half an hour in, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. I can't do it.
Try to read there's a lot of videos with his interview about why he decided to write it the way that he wrote it, and the reason and why he made the characters, although they are historically obviously all white, they're all people of color, they're all minorities. There's one white dude in the entire show, and that's King George, which is great. His role is amazing. But try to read up on it first, and then give it another chance with a new view on it, and see if maybe that may make a difference. But I said, well, I'll come back to Hamilton probably next week, so stay tuned for that. I decided, since a few weeks back we saw on YouTube that we got our first ever real request to review a movie. I'm always one that's like, hey, if somebody takes the time to listen to us and be like, hey, can you guys want to talk about this? Absolutely, because that's how we show you guys that we love you guys for tuning in for the past 108 episodes, 109 counting this one. So on our YouTube channel, we the name Fred Ganam, which if I mispronounce, I apologize, asked if we could review the new Artemis Fowl movie. Also, this is one of those be careful what you wish for kind of things. I will start by saying I've never read the books. I know there's a series of books out there, but I've never read the books. I have talked to people that have, and they very much are on the same level of critique that I am. So Artemis Fowl definitely was Disney's response to Harry Potter, because they were trying to make a franchise out of this. It's not.
How long did this come out? Didn't this come out just last year?
No, it came out 3 months ago.
Yeah, it came out. It went straight to.
No, sorry, not 3 months ago. 3 weeks ago. It came out right before we went quiet for the month of June.
Okay, so
yeah,
response to Harry Potter?
It was supposed to come out in theaters.
Well, it was supposed to come out in theaters, but the way that they went about it was you could tell that this is like, oh, if this movie takes off, then they're going to do a whole series, and it's going to be like, we're going to have our own little Harry Potter, because it's a young kid trying to find himself in a world of like fairies and orcs and all this mythical creatures, and there's like a whole, like, there's a main bad guy that obviously escapes at the end because there's, you know, going to be more movies coming, and it fell flat on its face.
It's probably not. There's probably not going to be any more movies.
Probably not. Like, this is the John Carter of this generation.
I just didn't like the pacing of it, honestly. There was something wrong with the pacing of it, and I don't feel like...
I mean, there's a lot wrong with this. Pacing is just one thing.
It felt like a very long movie.
Huh?
It felt like a very, very long movie.
It really did. The movie is less than 2 hours, and I felt like I watched Titanic.
That's a testament to how bad that movie is.
It's just like, it's so, and it sucks because it has such a stellar cast. Like, obviously, right off the bat, Judi Dench, Josh Gad, Colin Farrell. There was another one, Larry McDonald. There was another one in there, which I was like, oh, I can't believe they're in this movie. But anyway.
But it felt like all the performances were mailed in. It didn't feel like
they
performances
really
were.
I mean, like, I will give this. Judi Dench was a lot better in this movie than she was in Cats. Okay?
That's not saying much.
All right. But still, exactly. Like, Judi Dench, we love you. Stop doing movies where they CGI you because they tend to tank. Just putting it. But, according to the people that have read the books, a lot of the characters there are characters missing, but that they were all thrown into one character. Like, Holly Short is more than one person, but they made it one character.
That makes sense, because that character was all over the fucking place in the movie.
Right? And then the fact that, and I'm going to go into spoilers with this, and I apologize, but I think that it's ran its course already, especially now with Hamilton having come out, where, you know, I will give you the spoiler warning, but I don't think that it's really going to spoil it for anybody. Like, the part where, if you're going to try and build a franchise, don't kill a character off in the first movie, and then bring him right back to life, literally 30 seconds later. Like, there is no attachment to the butler, really, to where you're like, oh no, he didn't make it. Well, you very well know he's about to come back to life anyway, because they had just talked 5 minutes earlier about being able to resurrect people, right? And he dies, and you're like, oh no, he died. Oh wait, I know what's coming. And literally 30 seconds later, he's brought back to life. Like, Chewbacca, quote unquote, dying in the last Star Wars movie, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh look, he's still alive. That's exactly what they did here,
and that's why that movie's bad.
And
carry on.
And I mean, Ferdia Shaw, which is the kid that plays Artemis Fowl II, because his father plays Artemis Fowl I. Like, they're thieves. And it's like, at the end, he tries to do like the cool shot of like, I am Artemis Fowl, and I am a thief, and I am badass, and he puts on his sunglasses as he's walking into the camera, and it's like, you're 9, you're 10, however fucking old you are, like, you're not that bad of a badass, like, calm down. And your dad's Colin Farrell, sit down. Like, it was... If you're a child, or if you have a young child that likes fairies and adventure movies and those kind of movies, they will enjoy it. They will like this. I mean, other than the whole what's his name? Mulch Diggums, who's played by Josh Gad.
Worst name ever.
Yeah. Who literally, like, he does this weird, like, he's an orc, and his mouth turns into Hermione's bag of holding, which literally, like, he can open up so much and, like, pull out, like, all these things. I'm like, okay, we got Mary Poppins in the movie now. That's great. But it's like the CGI is just like his mouth becomes scary looking. I'm like, this is supposed to be a kid's movie. Like, Even Harry Potter waited for Voldemort to look scary till we were all a little older. Like, come on. But if you have a young child, they may enjoy it. They will like it. It may be something that you can put on the TV while you clean the house. Or if you want to sit and watch it as well, by all means. But don't expect a franchise out of this. Don't expect more movies out of this. This will probably be a standalone movie unless they somehow, if they make a series out of it on Disney Plus, I can see it do better because they'll have more time to develop characters and work on CGI and maybe not put like 25 characters into one. But I tried. Like, I pushed through this movie. I pushed less through Cannibal Holocaust. So once again, thank you, Fred, for our first ever request. And if you did it because you thought it was good and I ripped it apart, I am so sorry. But if you did it because you knew it was bad and you wanted to hear what we had to say about it or what one of us had to say about it, then you're welcome. And anybody else that's listening, and also you, Fred, by all means, keep the requests coming. I have no problem watching these movies. And, I like it when people take time to ask because it shows that, hey, they really want to hear our opinion. And it's not just me blowing hot air. So thank you very much.
Which he does a lot of.
Yeah, I really do. I learn from the best. Thank you, Louis. I hate to give 2 4s on the same show, but...
All right, 4 it is.
I'll give it a 3.
It is. I mean, it's there. It's a thing, and I wish it luck. So
I give it a 3. I think it has its audience, but it's definitely not me as an audience that it's shooting for. I could see where people would actually enjoy this. This is very much like Ender's Game, that it has its niche audience and it's its own thing.
I enjoyed Ender's Game. I thought it was good, and it didn't really kind of like. I enjoyed it. I'm not like this movie was great. I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah,
Artemis. I went into Artemis hoping for something good, and I ended up with what I said. So Branden, you haven't seen it, right?
No, I have not. No.
All right, good for you. Bless your heart. But what have you seen, and what are you bringing us this week?
So the documentary that came out literally today, Louis brought it up. I had seen it, a trailer for it, and I was like, oh, I need to watch this. And then Louis brought it up in our private conversations on our group chat. So I was like, hey, I'm going to watch this with the girlfriend. And we did. And we both fucking loved it. And that is the Walter Mercado documentary, Mucho, Mucho, Amor.
The legend of Walter Mercado.
Oh my God. So,
starring the aforementioned Lin-Manuel Miranda,
yes,
by the way.
Also, yes, Lin-Manuel Miranda is also in the documentary. Because Walter Mercado is also Puerto Rican, so they, Lin-Manuel Miranda grew up in a household where Walter Mercado was huge.
Yeah, Boricua love, bro. Boricua love.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Walter Mercado is this androgynous man from Puerto Rico that grew to stardom because he had his own astrology show on Hispanic television. He started off, of course, in Puerto Rico, and then eventually he grew and had shows in America and all this shit. As Louis and I can tell, we would watch that shit at our grandma's house. It was Walter Mercado was a thing.
It was a staple.
It was a staple
of our childhood, dude. It was a staple of Hispanic culture in the late 80s, early 90s. That was like a thing.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I don't think you were on the call yet, William, but we were talking about this with Zach, and the cool thing about his show was that he never said anything negative.
Never.
So everything was super positive. He was like, you're going to have a great day. You're going to do this and that. And it's like, all right. And the documentary is basically about his very little about his life.
The Hispanic Mr. Rogers.
Yes, I guess if you want to compare it to something. It's, of course, they talk about his life, not super into detail.
He's a very private person. Like there's conversations where they tried to bring up about his sexuality and all that stuff, and he goes, "No, I love life." And the closest you could call him is asexual. I
think he's asexual.
Yeah, he doesn't care about that. That's not what he's about. He's very much androgynous. Like he crosses that line, and also I think he brought that presence, which it is very hard to bring in a very misogynistic society like Hispanic culture, because Hispanics are very, like, especially in that era, were very much against gay culture. Like, that was like a taboo subject. You don't touch, you don't talk about anything androgynous. Was like, it was, no, you don't talk about that. But Walter Mercado became a thing still in that culture, which is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I remember, like, clearly there were scenes during the documentary where I was like, yo, this is like a flooding of just memories of being at our grandmother's house. And dude, when they talk about Primer Impacto, and they brought up the chupacabra, I was like, dude, I remember this. I remember this. And it was just, I didn't watch a lot of it. It was probably maybe way more prominent with older people like you, Louis, since you're 7 years older than I am, and maybe in other Hispanics households, because I remember our grandmother, she watched it, but it wasn't like this fucking, end all be all thing.
Oh, my abuela used to watch that all the time. My mom used to watch that. My dad used to watch it all the time, because that was also the beginning of that astrology being an actual thing. You know, this was the age of Aquarius children coming out and
dope ass song, by the way. Sorry.
Oh, get the hell out of here with that.
That's a good song.
You and your fucking nasty disco. Get out of here with that.
Hey man, disco's not bad.
That's not even disco. Fuck you.
It is disco.
That is disco. Come on, get out of here.
That's disco.
Aquarius? That's part of the Hair musical.
No, this is the age of Aquarius. Yes. It's what the fuck is the name of that band, bro? That's like literally the only good song. Whatever.
Yes,
honestly,
the song is from a musical.
Oh, okay, maybe. Honestly, I loved the documentary. I cried during it. Like, just hearing him talk, he reminds me of my grandparents.
Yeah.
And also, he just sounded, because unfortunately he passed away late last year. He sounds like a very beautiful person. He actually seems very genuine.
He really does.
He really does.
That feeling of Mr. Rogers, where it was a genuinely nice person, and he was taken advantage of a lot, which this documentary covers that specifically, how much he was taken advantage of by other people, and how shady people really are and fucked up they are. And he was just kind of this person that just wanted to bring joy to the world.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
My only gripe with the documentary is that, unfortunately, I feel like it just won't hit the same strides that it does with somebody like Louis and myself, since we grew up in a Hispanic household. Maybe someone like you, William, or Zach, if they watch it, it just won't be the same, unfortunately. But I still would recommend it. It's cool to see Walter Mercado and how he's quite the spectacle.
He really is, dude.
And all his like costumes and shit, because he wears these super extravagant like capes, and it's over the top. But honestly,
I mean, put it this way, like his costumes were created by what's his name? The guy that got killed in Miami.
Versace?
Yeah, Versace. Like, they created capes for him.
Yeah. So honestly, I'm going to give it like a 9.5. I was completely in on this documentary.
Yeah.
I was enthralled. It was really well done. And it's cool. And Louis, what do you give it?
9, definitely 9 out of
9?
10. Yeah.
And as he says, mucho, mucho, mucho amor.
Yeah.
Just have love for everybody.
That's exactly what the whole point of the message was. His message is just love everybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your background is. Show love to everybody, and love will cure all. And that philosophy is just fucking great, man. And
it really is. It really is.
Considering that's where that came from, we grew up with that. You know, that kind of, not only this, but what's his name? Bob the painter, Bob Ross.
Bob Ross, yeah, Bob Ross.
Bob Ross, Mr. Rogers, all these guys.
I'm like, what the hell's a peener?
But these guys are kind of, they embody what this generation has become, of acceptance. This generation of complete inclusivity. And I think that's where our generation sparks. Even though all three of us are different generations, technically, we all fall within that time frame that these were impactful in our lives, which molded us as children, teenagers, and such, that we bring those values now to our children. And I think that's fascinating. And this is something that is as impactful as those two other artists that I brought up.
Technically, you and I are the same generation.
Yeah, I guess.
We are. But anyways, honestly, go watch Mucho Amor. It's streaming on Netflix. It came out today. Not today if you're listening, but yeah, it's really good. For any of our Hispanic listeners, I think this will bring a smile to your face. So definitely go check it out. It was a really good time. And for anyone that doesn't know who Walter Mercado is, check it out still. I think I think even not knowing who he is, his message is really nice and really good.
In the ways of Brandon, I will abstain from giving it a number because I have not seen
it. Awesome. All right, guys. Anything you guys want to? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're doing this different, guys. We are gonna, instead of bringing two choices on the show, we're gonna spin this little wheel, which of course you cannot see because you're listening. So
I don't see musicals on that wheel, though.
There is no musicals on the wheel. That's true.
Oh.
Musicals are action, comedy. They could be drama. They could be a lot of things.
All right, fair enough.
All right, so go ahead, Lewis, spin the wheel.
All right.
What do you put horse movies under? Horror?
Yes, for me, yes.
On documentary. Comedy. All right, that's a good start.
Comedy. All right.
So I gotta choose two comedies for us to choose from. So I'll be making that decision, and we'll put it up to a vote on Friday.
Awesome. So yeah, from now on, you will no longer hear our two picks on the show.
Yes.
You're gonna have to follow us on Facebook, and we'll put up the poll on Friday when the episode drops, and you can vote.
Yes, and starting next week, we'll actually put up a video of us spinning the actual wheel and all that stuff. Granted, this time you guys only heard it, but next time we'll actually have a video because I am still in the process of moving and haven't set up a proper studio. I am literally recording in my closet.
As always, if you enjoy our show, also check out Lewis's other show, Mainline Review.
Movie Mainline,
sorry. I'm such a shitty host. I apologize. On that note, you guys want to plug anything?
Watch Hamilton.
Yeah.
Fuck off. No, I'm kidding. Maybe one day I'll cave in and I'll watch it.
It's now that somebody made a video, or they re-recorded Act 1 of Hamilton as the Muppets.
Oh my god!
The Muppets in history. There you go. You're welcome.
Lewis, anything?
I mean, no. I'm sorry. No, I don't want to enter on a somber note, but like we lost two big people this week. One from Broadway and one in the music industry. Obviously, the big one in music industry was Charlie Daniels.
Who?
Charlie Daniels' band, Devil Went Down to Georgia. You cannot tell me you've never heard Devil Went Down to Georgia.
I've heard the song, but I never heard of him.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, now I have.
Charlie Daniels of Charlie Daniels Band passed away, and Nick Cordero, who was a Broadway actor, and he was currently in Rock of Ages, which what really hit me, like, I've never seen him in anything. My girlfriend has, but what hit me was that, like, this guy was performing literally a block away from where I live in New York City. Like, that's where he was. And it's one of those, like, the last performance that he had before Broadway went dark turned out to be his last performance. And he fought COVID for, like, 3 months, almost 4 months, lost a foot because of it. And in the end, he still ended up passing. So it's sad because he was coming as, like, a power hitter on Broadway, and it sucks. But wear a mask, save a life, and just don't be a dick.
I agree.
Those are my parting words. Lewis.
Be like Batman.
Lewis.
Batman doesn't wear a mask like you're supposed to. Batman's mouth is wide open. If anything, be like Deadpool and Spider-Man.
Can we
be like
this?
Bane?
I want to eat.
I want to eat.
No, that's it. I'm good.
You're good? Okay. Let me plug. As always, I started streaming on Twitch, like I said last week. Twitch.tv/TotoWiper, TOTOWIPER. I'm almost there. Five followers away from affiliate. Please, people, help me here. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. But no, honestly, if you're like into games and just want to hang out and have a good time in the chat, it'd be lovely to see you. Get in that chat and say that you come from Manbitesfilm and all, or Manbitesmedia, whatever. So yeah, and also visit diversitygeek.org and our brother from another mother, John, over at YouTube at Narcotic Casserole. Thank you, Lewis.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, William Dank.
Thank you very much, as always.
I'm Brandon, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of Manbitesfilm. Cue the drums.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da.